What's going on, ballers? Thanks so much for tuning in again, and welcome back to another BigJBasketball box break video. And we have a video I'm super excited for today. You can see got a nice 10 card PSA reveal. These were sent via the economy service at $50 per card to PSA. About 4 months ago, I actually did a PSA submission preview video where I kind of showed off all the cards and talked about what grades I thought they might get. So I'm actually going to link that preview video in the description of this video as well. I'll add it as a pinned comment as well. I'll throw the link in there so you can go back and see, was I right? Was I wrong? Was I accurate? Did I guess some of the grades? I guess we'll find out here in a second. This is a blind reveal. I don't know what these grades are yet, but we're about to find out all of these in a second. As a reminder, as always, if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Click that bell for notifications so you get notified whenever we post new stuff, which is pretty much all the time. Did some nice box breaks earlier in the week. That Recon first off the line, you can kind of see in the back. Did that on Monday, did some Prism on Wednesday, pulled a lot of nice stuff out of all those. In the background here, you'll see some recent PSA 10s we got back. There's that Prism Draft Steph Curry, numbered at 13. Blue Shimmer, first off the line exclusive, and that LeBron, red, white, and blue. PSA 10 from 2020 Prism. Okay, let's go. Talked enough. Let's get to the grades. All right, first card. Let's kind of move this off to the side. Pulled this one off camera. You can see numbered 5 out of 15 on the back. Was opening a ton of Mosaic, 6 months to a year ago, and even still do some now. I had a ton of cellos. I grabbed like 2 of them, and I said, hey, I got bored one day. I'll rip a couple of these cellos. And of course, the best card that I pulled from Mosaic the entire year, this blue fluorescent Ja Morant Elevate insert from Mosaic. Have not ripped anything off camera since I pulled that. Don't want to rip anything off camera, then pull something like this where it's not documented properly. But anyway, number to 15, blue fluorescent. I kind of thought it's really hard to see. It was so minuscule. One of the corners on the back, I thought was maybe kind of, you can barely even see it. It was so small. So I'm hoping that they didn't ding me on that. I don't really know how else to judge this card. It's tough to grade centering, but everything else looked good. Surface, edges, corners on the front looked great. So let's see if we can get a 10. Oh, yes. Yes, this was one of the big ones in their submission. I was really hoping got a 10. Oh my God. Number to 15, PSA 10. This is a huge card. So happy I pulled this one. All right, we're starting off on a good note with the 10 on that Ja. All right, next one. We got a Tyrese Halliburton. This is also from Mosaic. You can see Prism on the back. So what do we got here? Green Ice. Again, I didn't really know how to judge this one. Looking at it now, I don't know. Centering top to bottom might be off a little bit. Might be skinny at the bottom, a little thick at the top. But with no border, it's really hard to tell. But surface, corners, and edges looked good to me. So let's see what we got on the Halliburton Green Ice. PSA 9. That's kind of a bummer. I mean, this I probably shouldn't have sent this at the $50 level. I don't really know what I was thinking. Even if this gemmed, it probably would have been a little bit more than $50, but as a 9, probably lost money on that one. So that one's kind of a bummer, unfortunately. All right. Also opened up a bunch of, this is from Optic, I think. Yeah, okay. This is from the Fanatics box set. I sent in the LaMelo and also the Edwards from this same set. And actually, as I'm looking at it now, the centering, I thought the centering looked better when I sent it in. You can go back and check the preview video to see if everything matches up. But yeah, I do see now it does look a little bit off left to right. But let's hope it's within PSA's tolerance for a 10. Another 9. Yeah, again, though, looking at it now, I can kind of see it does look a little bit off. So probably would have been better off not sending that one too, but oh well. All right, 2 9s, and here this should be the other Ant-Man or the Edwards from the same set. And back centering looks off on this one a little bit. Front centering, it kind of looks the same as a LaMelo, so we might be getting a 9 on this one too. All right, let's see. Ooh, Gem Mint 10. That's kind of interesting. Why the LaMelo got a 9, but the Edwards got a 10. Maybe there was something else other than the centering that through the, maybe there was like a surface issue or something. Because yeah, centering looks about the same on these, but hey, I'm not complaining, I'll take the 10. All right, so we got 2 10s, 2 9s. The stack is definitely going to change. I'm not expecting 10s on some of the older stuff we have in here, so that we'll get to in a minute. All right, Anthony Edwards, Court Kings, fresh paint autograph, numbered out of 99, 19 and 99. This one I thought would probably get a 9. You can see it's a little bit white in that corner on the back there. Probably, and I think I said this when I submitted this one, that probably is enough to bring it down to a 9. Was hoping maybe a 10, but would not be, a 9 was kind of what I was thinking. So let's see what we got on this one. Yep, there you go, mint 9. Still an awesome looking card. I think the pop report is still pretty low on this. I don't think many people have graded these, so maybe a lot of these, maybe they didn't grade them because they were in worse condition than this one. But I'm happy with a 9 on that. That's not too bad. All right. Last modern card, the rest are, or last ultra modern, the rest are modern. This is Panini Black. You can see it says base down there, Anthony Edwards, but even on the base, their serial number. This one is numbered to 149. And I think when I submitted this one, I said hoping for a 10, but wouldn't be shocked at a 9. I know there was a little bit, kind of hard to see in the video, but I think there was maybe a little bit of white on one of the corners. How did the back corners look? I think the back looked okay, but I knew it would be tough with the kind of darker corners on the front. Again, hoping for a 10, would not be shocked on a 9. Let's see. All right. Another 9. All right, so we started off okay. We got a couple 10s, but now we got a bunch of 9s in here. But hey, numbered to 149, still a really nice looking card. But everything is kind of in line with what I would have expected so far. Pretty close anyway. All right, let's get to some older stuff now. LeBron, Topps Chrome rookie. You can see the back centering is definitely off on this, and I know the front centering was off too. So clearly not expecting a 10 on this one. Centering is definitely off, not within tolerance for a 10, but maybe within tolerance for a 9. But I know they're pretty harsh grading this card now, so you can see it's way thicker on the left than on the right. Even the top to bottom is a little bit off. And I mentioned when I sent this in, now it's probably almost impossible to see. There was kind of a little mark on the surface, so maybe got dinged for that. So maybe with the slight surface issue. Centering, I think I guessed maybe an 8 on this one. Let's see if we guessed right. Oh, there we go. Another 8. Again, kind of what I expected on this card. Still a pretty big card, even in a PSA 8. I think these still sell for like over $1,000 in an 8. So kind of what I expected on that one. I think we got 2 more LeBron rookies, and then we got a Kobe rookie. All right. This one I was hoping would get a nice grade. So this is his Bowman Rookies and Stars, the Chrome parallel. Its centering is off a little bit. You can see left to right, especially with the way the border's set up, skinnier on that side compared to the right side. Even where his name is, you can see it's kind of this box is skinnier than the box where the team is. I've seen some PSA 10s that are kind of off center, but again, I'm sure they're probably grading this a little bit harsher, but everything else looked good. The surface, edges and corners looked good. I know on the backs of a lot of these, the edges and corners are kind of really jacked up. But this one looked clean all the way around. So if the grader was feeling very generous, maybe we'll get a 10. But I think a 9 would be awesome on this card if we can get that. Let's see. All right, mint 9 on the LeBron Chrome rookie. And man, these LeBrons, I think, a few months ago, this was probably like a $2,000, $2,500 card, maybe more. Or maybe a year ago, maybe, his prices have been kind of steadily dropping for the past year or so. This one too, in a PSA 9, this was like a $2,000 card, maybe $2,500 like a year ago. Still a really nice card to have. And I'm very satisfied with the mint 9 on that grade. Okay, this upper deck one, I was completely clueless when I sent this in. I didn't really know what I was looking for, but if you look at it, you can see edges. Look how clean those edges and corners are. I mean, there is just nothing wrong with those. The back of the card looked great. The front of the card looked really good. Oh man, there's like thumbprints on this. Whoever graded this kind of left some marks on the thick slab off the wipe up. So I mentioned this when I sent this in. I don't know if you can see it. There's kind of like a very faint line here. You can kind of see where it is. See it right there? That little bit of a line. I didn't know if that was a surface issue or if that was part of the card. I'm really not familiar with this card. I know that it's a pretty rare card. The pop reports are really low on this. Maybe I'll talk about that in a second after we show off the grade. But man, with the dark front, corners, edges, I mean, they could not have been cleaner. So I was only worried about that little part in the corner. So if that's part of the card, we might get a really good grade, hoping for a 9. I know they probably grade these tough, but if that's like a crease or something and I just didn't know it, they might crush us on the 1. So let's see if we can get a 9 on this. No way. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Well, I guess that is just part of the card and there's not an issue there like I thought there might have been. Wow. Whoa. Was not expecting this. Oh my God. I'm definitely gonna do some more research on the pop reports, but this is a really, really low pop card. I'm pretty sure the entire pop report for this card across all grades is less than this one in a PSA 10. Wow. I'm kind of speechless. I was not prepared for that. But that is awesome. Was not expecting to get 10s on any of these cards. I bought this card on eBay raw for like, I don't know, 130 bucks or something like 2 years ago. And it's been sitting in a 1-touch ever since I got it. And wow, I'm glad I decided to grade that. That is incredible. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Let's compose myself and get to the end here. So one thing I did notice about this card, they put this in a thicker slab, which I don't know why. I guess this card's a little bit thicker than a normal card. I noticed this too. 502 Frank did a PSA reveal the other day, and a lot of his chrome cards were in these thicker slabs. I've had one of these graded before and they use a thin slab, so I don't know why PSA seems to be using some thicker slabs now for a lot of these cards. But anyway, I've graded one of these before. I thought it looked good when I sent it in, but I must have missed a lot of like surface issues. I know the way these are die cut, there's a lot of potential for issues there on the front and the back. Last time I graded this, it got a PSA 6. So at this point, anything better than a 6, I'm going to be happy with. The centering was off a little bit on this one, but not terrible. If everything else was perfect, and it looked really good when I sent it in, but there always could be something minuscule that I'm missing. I would love, it's not going to get a 10, there's no way. I would love a 9. I'm not expecting a 9, so basically I'm expecting anything between a 6 and an 8, so I'll be happy with an 8 if that's what we get. So let's see. All right, there we go. PSA 8, probably about as good as I could have expected to do on this card. Again, 9 would have been awesome, but I knew that was a long shot, so I'm definitely happy with the 8 on this one. All right, so that is it. We got 2 8s, we got 5 9s, and we got 3 10s. So normally 2 8s, 5 9s, and 3 10s would sound like a really bad submission, but I am really happy with all the grades that we got in this one. The only 2 8s, kind of I expected 8s, was not expecting 9s or 10s on these really, so happy with those. These 9s was expecting a 9 on that, best case scenario. So happy with that. I assumed that probably would get a 9. This one I assumed would get a 9. The only bummers are these two. I kind of hoped for a 10 on this, but I guess maybe the centering was enough to throw it off. And this one, it looked good to me, so I'm not sure why this got a 9. Maybe the back centering is off. Yeah, maybe the centering top to bottom was off on these. And I haven't really graded a lot of 2020 Mosaic for this year. So those are the only two kind of bummers. But man, let's look at these 10s. So very happy to get a 10 on this. 9 would have been a bummer to get 9s on both the LaMelo and the Edwards. But wow, these two are huge. Loving the 10 on this blue fluorescent. This has got to be a super low pop card since it's only numbered to 15. And I cannot believe that we got a 10 on this. My mind is blown. But wow, what a card. Very low pop. This one's going to stay in my collection for a while. I think low pop PSA 10 LeBron rookies should hold value pretty well. So that's going to do it. And wow, hope you guys enjoyed this one. Go ahead and drop a like, drop a comment. Go back and check the submission preview if you want to, so you can see how we did in anticipating what these grades might be. But that's going to do. We have another PSA submission actually coming back next week as well. So stay tuned for another PSA to reveal next week, along with some other box break stuff. But that's going to do it for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all on the next video.